Hi there, Malcolm here with my 223rd Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you my review for Doom, Hell on Earth by David Abhue and Brad Lineweaver. I spotted this at a charity shop years and years ago, and I tried reading it back then and realised this was very much a book 2 of a series. It is book 2 of a series, and I thought, well, I'll wait until I get hold of book 1. Book 1's been rather elusive, and I wasn't going to go out of my way to find it. It was just if I happened to pop across it. I haven't. And following a online conversation on my Halo Silent Storm book review I did last month, Doom was mentioned. I suddenly remembered about this one, dug behind my StarCraft books, and there it was. I thought, why not read this? So this was March's book of the month. And it very much looks like the novelisation to Doom 2. Or so it looks. But then I read the back and it doesn't look anything like Doom 2. Now, Doom, if you don't know, where have you been, at least the original Doom series particularly, is a first-person shoot-'em-up game where you run around various labyrinths and arenas, shooting an endless swarm of zombies and demons ad nauseum. And what makes the Doom games particularly good, rather than just going around shooting the crap out of stuff, are the traps. Going into a particular area, clicking a particular button will open a trap door, or a wall, or start a whole bunch of nasty things teleporting in from somewhere, meaning yours, as well as myriad secret rooms where a flickering light or weirdly placed barrel suggests that if you click on this bit of wall, it'll open up, and yes, there's a whole bunch of goodies in there, and health crates and all the rest of it, and some nice big guns, as well as the atmosphere. Walking along the corridor, you can hear the raspy breathing of the zombies, the roar of the demons, visible and invisible, and the weird cronkling of the imps. You know they're around somewhere, you know it's in your near future. It's only a matter of time before you turn around the corner and then something else will attack you because you haven't got there yet. So deep in atmosphere and rich in lots of gameplay, tricks and traps. There's even a level called Tricks and Traps in Doom 2, making it a really rewarding going around shooting things game. But I will admit, there is next to no plot at all. Basically, a teleportation experiment goes wrong, and suddenly the hells of hell start coming through, causing mischief. All takes place on above Mars on Phobos and Deimos, and then the moon ends up above Earth, and this is where we come in on this story. So we meet our two main characters, Fly, who happens to be the silent character from the games, and Arlene, another Marine, are the only survivors from Book 1, spoilers apparently, as they then look down upon Earth thinking, how the hell are we going to get down there to save the day again? Now, as I say, there was no plot really in the games. There's no plot, there's no dialogue, and so I was aware that some changes needed to be made to make a coherent story. However, the changes, I think, were a little over the top. They're not demons, they're actually invading aliens that just happen to have a demonic look about them. There are zombies. It's explained in Book 1, it's not repeated what happens with the zombies in Book 2 and why they're zombies, but, you know, aliens and zombies, of course. And of course, there's got to be a thing to happen. Rather than just trying to get through the arena, push the button at the end to get to the next arena, there's got to be a goal. However, 98 pages in, nothing has really happened. Certainly nothing that's identifiable from the game in any way, shape or form. There has been a sort of a Battle of Helm's Deep type event that's covered in a brief paragraph just saying it's happening, oh, that's happened, it's finished, without any detail at all. Just, we've got to repel the aliens. We've repelled the aliens. Well, a little bit more information about that would be nice. And we end up in a Mormon conclave where Arlene is very anti-Mormon for reasons we find out later on. And so we have a lot of Mormon bashing and discussions on faith and the afterlife and things, which would make more sense if these were actually demons and this was actually hell invading. But no, they, as we keep being reminded, these are actually aliens. So the whole discussion does seem a little bit out of place. But at this enclave, these two Marines, as well as one of their own and a 14-year-old girl, because she's the tech genius who knows how to use computers, go off to go and do a thing. And I don't think I really fully understood what that thing was supposed to be. But effectively ends up in a train ride and go to a supermarket to get some lemons. None of which I remember happening in the games. And the whole lemon scene in the supermarket is very much a generic, we're in a supermarket full of zombies, but we're not going to shoot them because being quiet. And why is this scene even existing? Well, we need lemons because they're really important when fighting hordes of aliens. And okay, on the train, there is a sort of reimagining of the pivotal scene, in Doom, where you go into a room and two plinths rise up. On one is a spider mastermind, and on the other is a cyber demon. And the trick to survive that room is to run around really quickly so that the two end up shooting each other. And then once obliterated the other, you can finish off the survivor relatively easily. And a similar sort of thing happens a bit on the train, but it's on a train for reasons. There's also a guy they rescue who's something as well, plot-wise, possibly. But it's okay, because we can hack his brain, which any 14-year-old girl can do, apparently. And it leaves on a cliffhanger. Our group split into two. Two go off to do the main thing, and the two Marines we follow go to turn off the energy shield so they can go and do the thing. A lot of energy shields in Doom. Not. So effectively, this is a sort of rather generic alien invasion story where our main crew feel like a bunch of teenagers, hormonal teenagers at that, and lemons are the main thing. Yeah, there are no traps. There's a brief mention of a teleport. They don't use it. An imp runs away through it, and a revenant comes through, which is their first introduction to bonies, as they end up calling them. Yeah, they have weird names for everything as well. Nothing's called, apart from imps. Imps are imps. And zombies. You can't misname zombies, really. But everything else is something else. And they introduce a new thing, which doesn't even feature in the games. I think they're called Cyrils or something. Or Clydes, or something beginning with C anyway. But, we don't have any pinkies, or demons, invisible or otherwise. We don't get any of those annoying arachnotrons, pain elementals, lost souls, although they are referenced from having been in the first adventure. No falling away floors or walls revealing hordes of nasty things. No BFG 9000s. But they got an Uzi, which, again, doesn't happen in the games. In fact, one kind of got the impression that the authors hadn't actually played the games. Now, they might well have done, but I get that they had to change some things to make it into more of a narrative story that makes sense and it can be enjoyable, but when you change every aspect of it, and so none of it is even recognisable, why even slap Doom on the front? It should have been called Alien Invasion, with a train ride and lemons for some reason. Or Alien Invasion with zombies for some reason. Where our heroes take a train ride and go shopping for lemons. That would be a much more accurate title and very much fill in what the book is really much about. So I'm going to say boring, nonsensical. Suppose if you don't know anything about the Doom games, you might enjoy this more without having any expectations. But if you know anything about games or anything about a nicely written story, you'll probably find this one particularly dull and badly executed. Even Wikipedia says that book 1 is the only one worth reading. Those 3 and 4 as well, where I just don't care. So there you go, Doom, Hell on Earth. Have you read any of the Doom books? Have you read any other adaptation that really might as well be its own thing? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as usual, if you have nothing else to say, please keep it to yourself. Thank you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and other YouTubey things if you want. And until next time, see you later.